to get a rack, I gotta bag that. Ha! I've been on a steady grind, trying to get my Fetty primed. Homie, I already rhyme tight, better get in line. Chopping off your head, I'll leave you dead and show a severed spine. Better in the cheddar's growing better, I just give it time. I'm the sickest with the pencil, ripping instrumental. Never hit it gentle, I just kill the shit, it's simple. Whipping in the rental, dripping from the temple. With sauce, I don't floss, but she always gives me dimples. Look, I've been poor, been rich, now I'm poor again. Hoping not to see a homie OD on the floor again. Everyone I ever met can stand up for my origin. I ain't never fake a fucking thing, that's how the story ends.
Alright, this track here is by Easus of the EU a Fool, the mixtape. Look that up, E.U.A-Fool, one word. We're going to talk about the top 10 on letsbeef.com. Alright, those are top ranked MCs. We have the top 10 tracks from Let's Beef. We're going to play from 10 to 1. The hottest battle we're going to talk about, that's Different Child versus Solitary. Again, that's a track with the most views on letsbeef.com. Ride Together is the number one track on letsbeef.com. We have This by Anonymity as the number 2 track, and Diablo by Moni as the number 3 track. Haiti Smile versus Judas is the top battle in the exclusive league. And Holy Flow versus Evil Twin is the number 3 battle. Illa versus Different Child is the number 2 battle. And Different Child versus Solitary is the number 1 battle. So Different Child putting in that work on letsbeef.com this week. The top 10 artists, MCs, lyricists on letsbeef.com go as follows. With 21 points at number 10 is Higgs Bassoon. At number 9, Two Fuel has 26 points with 35 points. At number 8 is Kato the Beat. Inspired has 36 points at number 7. At a two-way tie for number 5, it's At Ease, tied with Illa, having 43 points apiece. 62 points has Tonic 801 at the number 4 spot, with 8 points plus 2, being the difference between his score and Free K with 74 at number 3. 78 points puts Bobby Blanco at number 2, and Linwood Shave sits comfortably at the number 1 spot for the top ranked MCs for the month of December. On letsbeef.com, the top 5 ranked hoods are Syracuse at number 5, Salt Lake City making an appearance on the chart with a number 4 slot, Baltimore at number 3, New Glasgow holding strong at number 2, and Compton holding the ground at the number 1 spot for the top ranked hoods. At Ease is the featured MC for the audio featured, and we're going to have a conversation with Freddie Fane shortly after we make the appropriate connection for you to hear acoustic game. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Let's Beef Radio, where everything is live unless you listen later. We start at 6 p.m. We sometimes go into overtime, but that all depends on what's happening on the line. So, speaking of on the line, we're going to get EBO 3.14 to give us some background music. Be sure to check out Monty Mula versus Han Dolo on the front page of letsbeef.com. All right. So we were talking about the Legends of the Fame tour. And it's always a good look to get information from the point of origin. That being said, as we contact this gentleman, I'd like you to know that Let's Beef Radio has been brought to you by letsbeef.com, Hood Respect Clothing, hiphopbling.com, and listeners like you. I'm just doing a little bit of a promo showing respect for those who are taking the time to listen to this right now. All right, so Let's Beef Radio has been brought to you by Hood Respect Clothing, hiphopbling.com, and letsbeef.com. Be sure to check out Hip Hop Bling for the latest in the iciest that is not the priciest. Hood Respect Clothing. Get respect by showing respect. It's Hood Respect. And listeners like you, tuning in, liking, and sharing, coming to the event, supporting the arts, and Freddie Fame. Freddie Fame, how you doing? Got to shout out those who are tuning in because you've shared the link at Spreaker.com/Catalyst Radio. So talk to the people about the Legends of the Fame tour.
Okay, we're actually just getting ready. Doing a lot of bookings, a lot of phone calls, a lot of answering my calls, and a lot of people are excited about it. You know, I just want to make sure everything's organized perfectly.
All right.
So our visits at each city are flawless, right?
All right.
Stress-free. That's my job. I take all the stress.
All right. Well, you know, the more hands on the work when they know what they're doing makes it easier for those who are getting the job done. So, that being said, let's go over what you have in place already and what you're looking for. Let's talk about what you're looking for because you don't want to give away too much information because it sounds like a brilliant idea, so some people might try to, dissuade others from partaking in yours. So let's set the foundation and open the door for collaboration.
Okay, so I got 3 dates right now. Okay?
All right.
So Toronto, I got February 12th, and that is during All-Star Weekend.
Which is...
Then a week later, in Montreal, we got February 19th. Okay, I'm not announcing where that's going to be just yet. We're going to have to wait and see. And then in Ottawa, a week after that, on the 27th, we'll be doing something major in Ottawa. Now, as a bonus, I'm getting a bus. So we're going to do a cypher on the bus. We're going to film it. We're going to have some fun. I'll have my DJ spinning. I'll get an extra system. I don't care what it takes, but we're going to do this up.
All right. Sounds solid. All right. So the artist, what does any potential artist for any few spots that are available have to bring to the table?
First of all, you have to bring skills. Okay. Doesn't mean everyone has to like you, but hey, someone has to like you. You have to have some fans, because that's what's gonna make this work for you. If you don't have any fans, then make this the opportunity to build some. But you're gonna need fans. Someone's gotta buy the merchandise. Someone's gotta pay for tickets to watch you perform. That's how this business runs.
And this is where I'd like to interject. This is where I'm gonna call out all of those people who are gonna pay upwards of hundreds of dollars to see people who have no concern for your local economy or no consideration for your personal well-being or haven't advocated for means by which your life can be improved with the resources that are being held by the corporations you're employed by, where it comes to the health care insurance that you're not receiving, or the time off that you should be getting and aren't, or the minimum wages that you're receiving and paying towards transportation to get to your employment. That being said, support local. Local everything. Start with support local. All right. That being said, as you were saying.
So yeah, what I was saying was we're going to these different cities. There's going to be tour buses, and the fans is what's going to make the magic work.
Yep.
Okay, I can do a lot of organizing, but if I can't pay people to do their jobs in the different cities, then it's not going to happen, right? So we need the fans to step up, pay their tickets for their local artists and support them so they can be on these platforms. It doesn't happen by magic. Yes, yes, I got a little magic up my sleeve, but honestly, the fans is what runs this game. Okay? I just want to empower. I want to empower the fans, all right? I'm not
I
gonna
like
call
where
you
you're going
fans
with this,
anymore.
yes.
I'm going to call you executive producers. You see what I'm saying? You're giving up money. You're putting in money so you can, your artists, your family, your friend, whatever it is, the person you're supporting can make it. That to me is admirable. So I'd like to share in the credits of what we're doing. You know, support them by buying a ticket. They'll get a video out of it. They'll get beats. They'll get shows. They'll get whatever it is that's on the table and the offer at the time. But fans, do your part so that way you can see your boy make it, and then tell people, you know, 10 years down the road, I knew that guy. I supported him, and now look at where he's at.
And
Not
that,
you guys, fans.
and that's the thing, because a lot of what I find, to interject again, what I find is a lot of people will say, well, why aren't you doing like what this person's doing? And what they don't realize is that person has a marketing team, that person has a PR, that person has an A&R, that person has people that are producing information that are getting across the nation and into the eyes on a regular basis of those who relate to something that is being presented to them. And that's what it takes, to steady momentum forward bit by bit, and then producing all of that extra. So for anybody to question where an artist is, unless you're going to support where that artist is going, then you're just another obstacle, so to speak. So that being said, yes, I agree. It takes the fans, but then again, the artists have to then in turn respect the fans and the time that they're taking out and what they're doing to come out there. Take some time, you know what I mean? Mix and mingle, show them consideration, and, you know, respect given where due. You're helping me get to where I'm going as a fan or as a neighbor, so to speak, because, you know, I'm the black, so I call them fan based the neighbors and shit. And because I play my music loud enough for my neighbors to hear it. But you know what I mean? Anybody who's going to support what I'm doing is to be taken into consideration. It's like, no, you don't have to do what you're doing, but if you're going to do that, thank you. And thank you's not that hard to say. Really, it isn't.
You have to appreciate the people that are supporting you. That's rule number one in this game.
Exactly.
You know, I've seen a lot of people make it to certain levels and then they act like they don't know anybody. And that's cool. If that works for them and they're cool with their moral conscience, that's cool.
Moral conscience. It's not very often you even hear that phrase in this industry.
Want to, you know, live humble and really appreciate what's really going on. There's certain rules you have to live by, right? Honor, loyalty, that kind of stuff. You know, small stuff like that.
Small stuff? This guy says honor and loyalty are small things. You can't get very far unless you have those two qualities.
You know what it is?
Yeah.
Small things that you do that show someone that you support or honor or, you know, stay loyal.
This is
There's
true.
little small things that you have to do, really, to show someone that. It's not like, you know, spend a whole bunch of money on them or do this or do that, like monetarily. It's just even sharing a video or a flyer or, you know, buying a song for $1, buying a ticket for a show. Like, that's, whatever. It's small stuff, but it adds up. It adds up.
Every little bit counts. It's like, the way I say it is this: 10 people with $1 each can make $10, and it might only cost 5 for what the 10 people need, and they can share it amongst and then split the other and walk away with 50 cents each.
It's true. I'm down for that.
You know what I mean? That's how I'm looking at it. 10 people have $1. It only costs $5 for what the 10 people need. So you put that $10 together, it costs you 5. You still walk away with 50 cents, and sometimes get more than you actually needed with that dollar.
And